Welcome to the Breakdown, where we break down the most disturbing movies together. My name is Spooky, and today we're breaking down The King of Pigs, a movie about 3 kids who are pigs. If you want to find out what I mean by that, stay tuned for the breakdown. The movie starts out with a dead woman with a slit throat, supposedly killed by her husband who's crying out in the bathroom. Next, the husband hallucinates seeing some pig boy before he goes back to normal. Then we cut to another guy, Jong, getting scolded by his boss. And after that, Jong thinks his girl is cheating and he beats on her a little before he goes in a little temper tantrum before getting a call from Kung Min, the guy from the beginning. Jong and Kung Min have a little friends reunion after 15 years. Then we get a flashback back to when the two were in school. Kung Min gets wee bullied, but neither Jong or Kung Min do anything about it. Seems like those bullies are a part of the older kids, and after Kung Min gets outed by not paying attention to their speech, the two bully him. Then they start slapping him. Stop being a pussy, get up and get your ass beat like a man. This world, Sasuke, Kim Chol gets up to defend Kung Min, and next Kim Chol gets clocked and clocks the bully over and over. Nap time, gay ass bully. Jong goes back home and we see his crybaby sister. Then next morning, Jong meets up with Kung Min and Kung lets him know that he's wearing some girl pants. Sissy. We learned that the bullies are their own little social class in the school who run things. Next, Joey gets bullied for wearing girls' pants, but Kim stands up for him as well and freaking belts some of those bullies. Next, the two meet up with Kim Chol in his little hangout and agree to be friends. Kim Chol is actually a lot like Sasuke and uses a knife to stab a cat to death. Next, as the cat screaming in pain, Jong stabs the cat as well. Kung Min pussies out gracefully, and we learn a little more about Kim, like the fact that his father abandoned him and his mom does some dirty work just to sustain. Kung Min comes back and stabs the cat on the ground. The next day, Kung Min and Jong have an argument about Chol's chaotic nature. Jong feels betrayed, I guess, and leaves. Next, a new kid at the school has some balls against the bullies as well. Kung Min befriends the new student, Chan, and gives him some meat. Next, Chan gets a tummy ache from that meat and starts doo-dooing, but the bullies come in and after peeing in a bucket, they throw piss on him. Chan has a breakdown, gets a weapon, but he gets Agent 47 to the ground. Next, Chan completely submisses to the bullies. After getting bullied some more, Kung Min stands up for himself, but Kim comes back and beats the bully up. He gets punished for it, but then after, Kim gets into a throwdown with all the bullies, and next, the King of Pigs stands tall. The bullies get beat up by the higher-ups, and they are told to bring the pigs up to the roof. Kim Chol gets led away by the teacher where he has to leave for some family emergency. The bullies mess with Kung Min and Jong. While Kim is there to identify his father's body, Kung Min confesses that Kim forces them to be under him. Then Kim goes with Kung to the roof where the bullies are waiting after Kim runs away from his father's body. They try to team up on Kim, but he goes Arkham City on their ass. But then they get a hold of him and he grabs his knife to threaten them, but he gets found out and expelled. Kim Chol thinks killing himself is the way to get the bullies to stop. Then the next day, Chan talks to Jong about ignoring the bullies. And next, after walking home with Kung Min, Jong doesn't go to Kim's house like they said they would, but he does catch his sister taking Walkmans from a shop. Jong and his little thief sister argue about being in poverty. Then it cuts back to the present where Kung Min drags Jong to the old house where Chol lived. Next, back in the past, the trio get high and Jong hallucinates seeing that dead cat before he gets ripped apart by Kim, who becomes a monster. That was Kim's whole deal, was to become a monster in this movie. We see that Kim's mom works at the whorehouse. He goes to kill her since she's always so depressed, but he sees her crying outside, and then he sees the manager slap her. He's about to knife the manager, but then Kung Min, he comes up, and the manager is Kung Min's dad. Then Chol runs away. Next, after getting bullied some more, Jong stands up for himself, but he doesn't get a beat down like usual. The next day, during a speech, Chol stands up on a roof and jumps off, killing himself. Back in the present, the two visit the old school roof, and after an argument, Kung reveals that Chol actually didn't want to die, and that Kung was supposed to shout so Chol wouldn't jump. But then it's seen that really, Jong pushed Chol. Jong goes crazy and starts attacking Kung. We see the real monster was in fact Jong, as he was driven crazy by the bullies and everything else, I guess. We learn that Kung Min is a failure, and that 15 years later, nothing's really changed for them. Jong leaves Kung Min after Kung Min breaks down on the roof, and next, while Jong's on the ground, Min jumps off that roof just like Kim did. The movie ends with Jong calling his girlfriend back after countlessly hanging up on her throughout the whole little reunion. This movie was just a big, upsetting, gripping... I don't even know what to say. Let's go to that spooky stuff so we can talk about some more stuff, right? I don't know how long this video is going to be, but this was a pretty good little anime movie. If you want, you could just watch it on some sites or something, or you can buy it yourself. Anyway, the most disturbed moment, I would say, goes to Kim jumping off that roof. I know he didn't actually jump off, but it was still pretty hard to see. I don't think Kim needed to do that. The most enjoyed moment goes to when Kim was fighting the hell out of those bullies. Anyway, I'm Spooky. This has been a breakdown. Thanks for watching my breakdown on The King of Pigs. It's a nice little anime movie. Make sure you guys check out my other videos, and next week we got a lot of stuff, so make sure you subscribe if you haven't. Anyway, Spooky out.